Okay then, sorry about the delay, we're going to make a start now. My name's Basil, or you can call me Baz. I've been working in Dawah for 5 years and we've never started on time, so apologies for that. But basically I'm the chairman of a new organisation in Middlesbrough called Straight Path Islam. You can check our website out, www.straightpathislam.webs.com. We're a group of young brothers and sisters who want to dispel all misconceptions about Islam and bring the true ideas of Islam towards our non-Muslim friends in the area. And also we're going to create like healthy dialogue between Muslims and non-Muslims so you can understand each other properly. If we don't get active and if we don't start speaking up for ourselves, the only source of information people can get about us is from the news and other places. So basically it's up to us to create an environment where we can have healthy dialogue with each other and discuss all topics, especially the sensitive topics. Because if we avoid them, then like I said, the only other place that people can go to learn about Islam is from the media or maybe people that don't like Islam or whatever. Today's topic is, does God exist? To a lot of people this might sound like a simple thing, like just yes or no, but more and more people, especially from the young people, are beginning to think about, does God exist, does God not exist? A lot of people are agnostic, meaning they say there might be a God, there might not be a God, but even if there is anyway, he's got nothing to do with us, we're not bothered. Some people are spiritual but don't follow organised religion. Other people are certain that there's a God, and other people just disbelieve in him altogether. So this is a very important question, and we aim to tackle it today. The format of the debate is that we're going to have Brother Hamza Andreas Georges, who sat closest to me. He's going to be arguing for the existence of God. And we have over there Mr. Philip Nathan, who is from the North East Humanist Society. And he's going to be arguing that there is no existence of God. Since Brother Hamza is making the affirmative argument, he will be going first. We'll have 25 minutes to give his argument, after which Mr. Philip Nathan will have the same amount of time, another 25 minutes, to give his side of the argument. After that, they will have 8 minutes each for a rebuttal to argue against the other person's argument, in other words. And we're making sure everyone sticks to the time to the second, and we'll make this 100% fair. And just to let you know about the two speakers, neither of these two guys, I'm sure they might not want to say this, but neither of these two guys are getting any personal benefit out of this whatsoever. Both agreed to do it for free, so they're both here for one reason and one reason only. Both believe that what they have is the truth, and they've come here to share that with you, the people of the audience. So they've come here in good spirits, so I hope that the people in the audience can also help to make this debate a constructive debate, so that we can hear each other's arguments with respect. It's only due to the nature of the debate that people might say certain things which might sound offensive to other people, right? But, as people, we have to be able to accept opinions even if they're against our opinions, okay? So I hope that we can continue with respect. After the debating bit is over, we'll have a 10-minute break where I'll make more announcements, and we'll have, after that, a chance for question and answers. I'll go through the details for question and answers later on. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce Hamza Andreas Georges to come to the stand and to deliver his 25-minute speech. Thank you. And please stay silent throughout the full debate. You can have question and answers at the end. If you want to, do an applause or whatever, or do a takbir or whatever, do it after they've stopped talking, because we're recording it.
Are the speakers working? Because the mic doesn't seem working.
I've got like a natural microphone in my voice.
Okay, just take your time.
إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. I greet you all with the Islamic greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the brothers and the sisters and the friends who helped organize today's discussion. Most importantly, I'd like to thank Philip Nathan for being a positive participant in today's discussion. I think today's discussion is very important because the concept of God forms the foundation for religious belief. And therefore it forms the foundation for action, whether we perceive it to be bad or whether we perceive it to be good. But I think there's a theological, emotional reason why I'm here today as well. Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه, which is a hadith, a narration attribute to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he said, you are not a true believer unless you love for others what you love for yourself. Akhihi means brother, but if you go to the other riwayah, the other narrations in Imam Ahmed, for example, it means the whole of humanity. Philip Nathan and other people in the audience who are of agnostic, skeptical or atheist perspective, they need to be given some of this thing that we love. And the thing that we love the most is the truth, is the idea that God does really exist. And it's very important because there's many so-called intellectuals out there in British society and across the world claiming that there is no God. For example, Richard Dawkins, he said, if people think God is interesting, the onus is on them to show that there is anything there to talk about. Otherwise, they should just shut up about it. This is the kind of mentality that we're having to face in the 21st century in Britain. Similarly, and nicely put, the Christian professor Alistair McGrath at the University of Oxford, he demystifies why some people are very aggressive atheists. And he says, if atheism saw itself simply as one irreligious option among many, there would not have been a problem. Atheism, however, has a disturbing tendency to see itself as the only faith and demands that everyone conforms to its beliefs. Now I believe this debate today is not alien to the Islamic tradition. The Quran, which is the book of the Muslims, that we believe is divine, is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, engages with the mind. Allah says in the Quran, أَوَلَمْ يَتَفَكَّرُوا فِي أَنفُسِهِمْ, do they not reflect within themselves? وَكَذَلِكَ نُفَصِّلُ الْآيَاتِ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. And thus, we have explained our signs, our proofs, our evidences in detail for those who يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. يَتَفَكَّرُونَ in the classical Arabic language doesn't mean just thinking about something. It's very deep. It means the thing that you're reflecting upon, you must inquire about its implication. What does it really mean? Similarly, the Quran says, أَفَلَا يَنْظُرُونَ إِلَى الْإِبِلِ كَيْفَ خُلِقَتْ. Have you not seen the camel and how we created it? Always making us ponder and engaging our minds. The Quran is not a book of blind faith, rather it's a book of the thinking man, the thinking human being. Similarly, that's why I'm going to bring 3 arguments today very briefly, and we can expand them in the question and answers on why I believe there's greater reasons to believe that God does really exist. The first argument is God makes sense of the origin of the universe. The second argument is God makes sense of the fine-tuning of the universe to permit life. Third argument is God makes sense of objective moral values in the world. What we believe to be good and right is actually objective and not subjective. Let me start with the first argument. God makes sense of the origin of the universe. We have all asked, where have we come from? Why does something exist rather than nothing? Did the universe have a beginning? Did it just appear? Typically, atheists generally have said the opposite. They say the universe is eternal and uncaused. The famous philosopher Bertrand Russell, he said, the universe is just there and that's all. But I would argue this is irrational. This is not based upon thinking mind or any type of logic or rationality.